Using this framework, I was able to help my client avoid making a $700,000 loss by avoiding the wrong property. Instead, the property they bought under our recommendation achieved $400,000 capital gain in just 3 years. That's a $1.1 million difference. Over the years, I've helped many Singaporeans own multiple properties with potential 6 to 7 figures capital gains in a few years, without the need of a high-paying job and without stressing their family finances and without making big changes to their current lifestyle. My name is Janice and I've been a practicing realtor for over 12 years and have consistently been the top 1% of the industry. And I help Singaporeans own multiple properties, potentially accumulating 6 to 7 figures in a few years without the need for a high-paying job and without stressing their family finances, so that they can build up a larger retirement fund through Singapore properties. I entered this industry because I didn't come from a well-to-do family. Initially, I did part-time jobs here and there to support myself up till when I was in my 20s. That's when I decided to join the real estate industry because sales seemed to be one of the fastest ways to grow my finances. My intentions, of course, weren't noble at the beginning. I just wanted to do sales to increase my income just like most people. But eventually, I realized how important my role is in helping families create a good retirement fund through properties. I remembered very clearly in 2008, one of my clients wanted to sell off her condo. At that time, there was a global recession. It was definitely not a good time to be selling. But she still went ahead with it and sold it against my advice. But just about 9 months later, that property appreciated by $500,000 based on the latest transacted price then. $500,000 is what most people take decades or even their entire lifetime to save up on. Yet, the person who bought over my client's condo saw a capital gain of that in less than a year. That got me really excited about using properties as a source of retirement funds for my clients and myself. This was the moment when I started to really appreciate the power of properties and how it can potentially change a family's life and even generations to come. I started reading anything and everything I could find on property and investments, joined courses and even sought mentors who are experts in the property market on identifying gaps and undervalued properties in the market. I was able to use this knowledge and strategies to build a portfolio of multiple properties for my family. But I had a hard time showing others how to do it. Due to the lack of property information in Singapore, Singaporeans still like to buy properties based on rumours, hearsay and news instead of relying on data, insights and a proven framework. For example, the government will be implementing cooling measures which will bring down the property prices. If you look at the data, historically, each cooling measure actually caused housing prices to go up, not down. So, a few years ago, one of my clients was about to buy a property located in the capital area. It was a great location, heavily hyped and rumored to appreciate, but it did not fit into our criteria of a good investment property. So, I recommended them to avoid that and go for another unit that fits more into our criteria of a safe investment property. 3 years later, we found that if they had gone ahead with the first unit at Keppel, they would have suffered a $700,000 loss, while the property they bought by my recommendation had appreciated by $400,000. This is why it is important to rely on facts, data, insights, and time-tested frameworks instead of rumors and hearsay. This made me realize that the knowledge I've gathered can help many Singapore families make better decisions when buying and investing in Singapore properties. And so, I put all this knowledge together and came up with my own step-by-step strategy called the High Growth Property Accelerator Method. This framework not only helps you to minimize risk by mapping out the worst-case scenarios for capital protection, it also maximizes returns by evaluating the best value investment options with clear entry and exit strategies. It also helps to identify undervalued properties that have huge capital gain potential with the lowest risk. For example, a couple in their late 50s took my recommendation and their property portfolio had a capital gain of mid-6 figures in just 3 years, and that gave them more funds to plan for their retirement. I've also helped a couple with 2 children grow their property portfolio and accumulate a capital gain of over 7 figures over a 10-year period before they are even 40 years old. This is a huge advantage and speeds up the ability for early retirement. I actually came into this industry wanting a better life for myself, but to be able to make an impact on other families gave me a new meaning and purpose to my work. Which is why I'm doing this to reach out to more Singaporean families, to help them own multiple properties in Singapore with potential 6 to 7 figure capital gains in a few years without the need for a high-paying job and without stressing their family finances. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you want to kickstart a property investment journey or own multiple properties with the potential of gaining 6 to 7 figure gains in the next few years without the need for a high-paying job and without stressing your family finances while maintaining your leisure lifestyle, click on the link around this video to apply for a free consultation call with my team and I. As one-on-one consultations are extremely time-intensive, applications are only by approval basis only. All you have to do is click on the link around this video and fill out a short application, and my team will review it and get back to you. I'll speak with you soon.